G'day mate, welcome to my first poker vlog. This used to be a coffee channel, but I'm switching things up. I'm taking my entire net worth, putting it into my poker bankroll, and I'm going poker pro. Now to be a pro, I think you need to make money. And this is where I might fall on my first hurdle because as my ex-wife said, you're not very good at this. If you're not very good at poker, why do you take your entire net worth and turn it into your poker bankroll? Well, thanks for asking. The reason is my happy place is at the poker table. And last year I had the shittiest year of my life. My wife left me, my business failed, my stepfather died, the kid's dog died, I got COVID again, my respiratory system got fucked. I didn't exercise enough, I got fat, so fuck this, I said. I am going to my happy place, which happens to be at the poker table. So this is going to have to be a journey of learning and growing and getting better and making money playing poker. I want you to follow me, subscribe, like, comment, all those things to get algorithm going and maybe get some views on this show. The first vlog is going to be a $550 tournament. Up top is about 38,000. I'll go deep into day 2. Can I win it? We'll see. Good luck me. In my first poker hand, in my first vlog, under the gun at +1 player has already opened betting before I get the camera going. But I look down at a couple of Bo Derricks, reference to 1979 there. You are welcome, you oldies.
Did you turn the camera on?
I have turned the camera on, yeah. Yeah, everyone's very excited about having a vlogger in Australia, so they're talking about my camera a lot. But I race up to 4,500, which is probably too little. But the button decides to cold call and come along, and after the blinds have decided to get the hell out of there, under the gun +1 player comes along too. I get so excited, I smash the camera, and we are going to look at a flop, which, thank you Andrew Nemi, copyright you, it comes quite a favorable one. I'm on a boat. Now I just have to decide how much to bet. I'm thinking small. We want to have king jacks, king queens, all those hands come along, so I bet only 3,000. Both of them do come along, and I'm thinking, what have they got here? Ace queen, ace jack, any kind of king will come along. Any, I don't know, queen 9 even, queen 9 suited, anything like that. Definitely going to be a peeling one. So they both come along and we go to a turn, which now I do not want a king jack anymore. I don't want a king jack. I'm regretting the king jack. Okay. So I just check. I'm not super scared or anything, but knowing the way I've been running lately, king jack is definitely on the agenda. So I just check and decide to let the other players do the bidding for me. And the button decides to do so. He checks out 8,000 tournament dollars. And I think that's a little bit steep for under the gun +1. I don't know what he's on. Definitely not king jack because he folds. I take a few moments and think about my life choices before I decide to call. I don't want to snap call and give away the strength of my hand. I am also slightly worried about the fact that the button could be jacking off, which would be terrible for me. I know I shouldn't be scared of monsters under the bed, but I just don't think I'm getting called by anything worse. The river comes. I decide to check again, hoping he was on a spade draw, and now he's got a flush. Unless it's a king-queen of spade and it's got a straight flush, that would really suck. But he just checks it back. I show my cards, and we're good, and win a pretty big pot. Awesome! In the next hand of any interest, I'm a bit slow to get the camera going again, and the hijacker is already open to 1,600 by the time I get it started. I decide to get very out of order with ace 9 off from the small blind where I 3-bet to 6,000. Big blind and hijack comes along. I then see that the hijack is really short, and I went, oh, why did I do that? Such an idiot. But I get bailed out on the flop. 3 deuce 9 with 2 spades, and I got the ace of spades, so that's pretty good. I lead out for a bit small here, 4,500. The big blind decides to call, and then the hijack, who probably sitting there with ace king, and he should have just shoved it all in pre. I don't know what he's doing. He's tanking. It's like the fucking Battle of Kursk here. Yes, that was the biggest tank battle of the Second World War. I couldn't think of a better tank reference. He tanks and tanks and tanks. I speeded it up 8 times or more here, but he takes his stack, and eventually he folds. He folds. So we go to a turn, which comes a jack, which is not really my favorite card here. A little bit unsure what to do. I contemplate my choice of doing an ace-9 fanciness, but I think I should definitely bet again. So I put out 12,500, trying to get the big blind to get the hell out of there. He then decides to go into the tank and contemplate his life choices. Or maybe he's just thinking about the Mirage. I'm not sure. I should probably speed this up. Eventually, he decides to call, and we go to a river, which comes a bit inconsequential. 5 of diamonds. Ace-4 gets there, 6-4, which I doubt. But the flush draw misses, and I'm thinking what to do. So this is my turn to do a little bit of tanking until I then check. And now, again, we go into the tank. I really feel sorry for the other players in this hand because they have to sit there and wait until we decide what to do. Eventually, the big blind decides to chuck out a bet. It's fairly large, 21,000. I look down at my stack and see that it leaves me with dust. But I came this far. I'm the one who decided to play ace-9 off, and when I checked to him, I had decided pretty much to call it off. There were so many things that bricked out. All the flush draws, all the straight draws he could have got on the turn. I mean, queen, 10 of spades, king, queen of spades. Tons of stuff just bricks out. So I decided to chuck in the call, and he says, "You're good, king high." I just turn it over, and we take it down, another big pot. I then proceed to lose a whole bunch of small pots, and my stack dwindles down. But you know what helps when you have lost a bit? Yeah, pocket aces, exactly. So I proceed to 3-bet these pocket aces, but unfortunately, I get no takers. So, you know what they say, if you just whinge, you win. So I was whinging quite a lot, and I got some cards. Whinge. Yeah, whinge. I'm not whinging anymore. But you know what helps if you have got pocket aces and not got any takers? Well, why don't you just get pocket aces again? Like here. I restarted the camera a little bit late. I have already opened the betting to 2,500 with my black aces. And you know what's better than getting called with pocket aces? It's getting raised. Ha! And that's what the button decides to do. He raises me up. He 3-bets me, and I am fist pumping in my head. Should I just flat call? No. I don't think that's a good idea. I think we want to stick as many chips into the middle as possible. I very rarely flat call aces. I do sometimes, but I don't think this is a position where I can do so. Button 3-betting from this position. He's got a strong hand. I think he's willing to put it in. Put it in, buddy. Come on, let's go. I'm raising it up to 21, sorry. And now the button decides to do a bit of Hollywooding. We sit and wait for a while. I'm going, come on, just stick it in, bro. Come on. Just put all of the chippies in there. And you know what? He obliges. He helps out. Thank you so much. I just snap, and he's got ace-king suited. And, of course, it's gonna have to be a sweat. Because on the flop, we're fine. No. Ugh. Unlucky, mate. Hold on, let me just take a photo of that board. Before we get to the last hand of the day, we lose a few more pots and our stack dwindles down, and I am getting frustrated because I will be going into day 2 with a smaller stack. So I decide to 3-bet the button who has raised it up in the last hand of the day. And I am sitting here sweating, going, please just fold because I got a very junky hand. Oh, thank you very much. This was the hand. Queen 4 suited. We bag it up for 117,500, which is a smidge under 30 big blinds. The following day, we come back for day 2, 38,000 plus up top, and we're ready to go. First hand on day 2, and I look down at pocket aces in the big blind. That's a good start. The button has opened to 8K, just a min click. I decide actually to flat. Remember how I said earlier I hardly ever flat aces? Well, this is a good position to do so because the button will open quite weak, and if I 3-bet, he'll just fold and I'll win a lot smaller pot. So the flop comes 4, 6, 10, 2 hearts, which is pretty good for my big blind calling range. So when the button decides to bet 8K, I'm thinking, should I spring the trap here? Should I just call and do it on a later street? What if another heart comes? I'm not going to like it. Of course, it could give the button a flush, but what I'm more afraid of is that it will kill my action if I raise it up once the heart comes in. So I raise it up now for 27,000, and the button doesn't take too long before deciding to stick in a call, which I'm not too worried about. I think I definitely got the best hand here. We're going to go to a turn, which comes a queen. It's the queen of diamonds, and I think about what to do if I check again, but I decide just to stick it all in, and the button just snap folds. We win a big hand. In this hand, I don't even know how it all played out. I end up losing half my stack in this hand. That's why I've included it. However, I was so salty afterwards that I didn't even take any notes. I just sat there stewing, going, fuck this shit, fuck, I'm such an idiot. What am I doing here? I think I was actually ahead on the flop. I must have been, because otherwise why am I piling all those chips in? But then on the turn, it did it for me. The river did it for me. I'm not sure. 2 players are all in. I think there's even a third player, a third opponent in there, but it did not go well. I don't even want to turn the cards over on the river, but the dealer says there are people that are all in. You have to. I eventually do it, and all I have to say is, fuck. I'm just going to let the audio play for the next few hands here because I just end up going all in.
Can you do it for the, for the camera? Just for the camera?
He did it for the camera.
I did it for the camera.
I looked on the camera. I didn't look at his hand.
You've seen it,
I
so
didn't
we
look.
are out.
Camera's out.
All in.
Oh, action. You can see the flop with the
Two
camera.
overcards as well, wow. What am I going to do? You believe that? Two overcards.
Yeah, I'm very happy with this job. We'll see where it goes.
We stand.
Low cards, please, dealer. Low cards. Yeah, keep them low, please. 6, 7 deuce. Oh, that's good. Yeah, set of 10s. Yeah, that's good.
Did you get that on camera?
No, but I'll take a picture of it.
Tournament tip.
Yeah, when you're all in.
All in.
Let's do it. Fucking no. That's right.
Natural 8. This is what I went all in with. There you go.
Yeah, good luck to you.
There is only one way for me to go here, and that is all in. I do like a 10 jack suited. This was probably a little bit ambitious. I think I did it from the low jack or the high jack instead of a much later position. This is just blind on blind, and it's an easy decision just to go all in when the small blind calls me to pick up the blinds and the ante. We go on the break, 32 people get paid and 53 are left, so we're getting closer to the bubble. I keep on going all in, ace jack, I think I might be on the cutoff here. Everyone folds, which is good, until we get to this hand. I'm just going to let the audio play out on this again. Thanks, man. Alrighty.
Okay, now I've got an actual decision. 146. 146. All right, I can't make that. I fold.
Hold now, it's fun now.
I had a 6.
Oh!
Queens versus sevens.
Oh, my ace might have been a call here.
Give me a queen straight up on the
Ace
flop
six
so we don't have to sweat anything.
Still.
Queen.
Yeah, you would have
All
won.
right, 8, 4, 5, 3,
Sixes.
and a jack.
Ace 8.
Queen's hold. Boom! Unlucky, mate. Can we get some new players here? Because I don't like to play five-handed with the, short stack. Here I am in the small blind, and I decide to 3-bet a raise with a mystery hand. Everyone folds. Wasn't really a mystery hand. I had aces again. It's funny how you can have aces so many times in a tournament without winning big pots. I won like 2 decent-sized pots with aces only. Was that a giveaway that I didn't want to have a call?
Maybe you don't want to give away.
Of all the hands that I misplayed during this tournament, this is the one I butchered the most. First of all, I should have 3-bet with ace-queen because I know under the gun opens way too wide. And when she opens to 22k, I should 3-bet and just get her to fold her junk. But I didn't. I just called. And then I'm stuck in kind of nowhere land here. At least I'm in position, but as you will see, it doesn't really help me. The flop comes king, jack, 7, 2 hearts. I got the ace of hearts, which is good. She then bets 25k. I just decide to call, which in itself at this point there's nothing wrong with that so far. Then the turn comes and it's the 3 of diamonds, which is not my favorite card. I would have preferred a 3 of hearts. I would definitely be blasting on that. At this point, she then decides to just check, and I should pounce on this check. It's a check of weakness. It's not a check of trying to trap. I should have just bet out and say, look, I got kings. I got a king jack, I got ace king, I got king queen. Anyway, I don't. I just check it back, trying to realize my equity. But yeah, great. Then it's a brick on the river, and she checks, and now I decide to bluff. When all the flushes, all the straights, everything is just bricked out, I decide to blast off 60k. Like, if I'm going to bluff here, I should just bluff huge. Put my entire stack in. Like, overbet the pot. Her stack was a little bit bigger than mine, but if I would have just jammed all in, I would have put her tournament life on the line, and she would have folded. But I didn't. I did this measly halfway thing of betting 60k. If I do that, I should just give up because every draw has bricked out. And of course she's going to call. I would call with queen jack off, which was the hand she had. Good luck to you. Why not? It was terrible play from me. Terrible. Although I do get asked for a count when I jam it here with king queen off, I'm quite happy to get this one through. We are getting closer to the bubble. And as you can see, my stack has dwindled. And it dwindles some more because the blinds go up and I go into card death. And we are getting closer and closer to the bubble. And we are seeing junk after junk after junk. Eventually we end up on the big blind, and I tell everyone that I am happy just to get a walk, guys, please. Thank you very much. I haven't even looked at my cards. But I'm going to let the audio play on this one. Ooh, we'll see. Shall we see?
One at a time.
One at a time? Should we look together? Yeah? Ooh, that's half decent. That's not too bad. Another one of those, and you know, you definitely.
Got a problem.
Ooh. I call.
Probably.
It's a race. Good luck, sir.
We're going to be doing this when he walks out the door.
Right, dealers. I like sir.
So an 8 hits with 8-5 suited, it jams all in with.
Oh, no, one diamond.
Yeah, I only got one diamond. You win.
I win.
Yeah.
Let Dora do it, please.
I also thought he won that.
Okay. Bubble boy. Bubble boy. Bubble boy. That was bloody disappointing, wasn't it, being the bubble boy? But tell you what, I'd rather be the bubble boy than be the first guy who busts out of the tournament, because I like playing poker. And it was quite exciting doing this poker vlog. And I mean, it was exciting for a lot of other people at the tables as well, with me and my camera, them getting involved. So, you know, overall, not a terrible result, even if it was no money in my journey to become a poker pro. But what can you do? If you made it this far, I thank you kindly for watching the entire thing. That's amazing. Please leave a like and maybe a comment for the algorithm to munch on. I appreciate that very much too. I will see you again soon. I'm going to make some more poker vlogs on some cash games I've got going. So I'll see you again soon. Thank you kindly.